you've had a long sleep, and Ed has finally come out of the side of the Tower of Transmutation and been fixed, and you're leaving the Tower of Evocation. Where is it that you would like to head this fine evening?
Well, we could go to the Chain Lightning Stadium and then swing by the Tower of Conjuration, I suppose.
Good plan.
And then House of the Arcane Library Arboretum Tower of Divination.
Right, I like that plan.
Which way do you want to head as you're heading down to the Chain Lightning Stadium?
Ask this bloke more about how the game is played, because he says something about throwing the ball over between the forks to get them charged. And what do you do then? Catch it and throw it at them, or?
Yeah, basically what happens is there's 2 opposing teams of 6 members. The magic of the stadium automatically fills in for any missing members with a conjured Maiden. And then each time team tries to get possession of the ball and pass it between them to catch the other player off guard. And then you can either hurl the ball at an enemy, or you can hurl it through the lightning, in which case it will eliminate the player struck, plus the lightning will arc off and eliminate a second player. However, upon hurling it through the lightning, you have to scramble for the ball again, so you can either go for one team member immediately, or you can hopefully
So how
get
do
a
you
second one.
scramble for the ball? Do you boot, kick, beat them up or something like that?
Pretty much, you just run in and try and grab the ball and pass it back to your team. Right, so you come down past the large tower in the centre with the sparkling force field, and you're unmolested by monsters. But as you reach the 500-foot mark, you see to the south, where this building is here, just on the outside, a human-sized figure in black leather armour with a black helmet, wielding a longsword, seems to be facing off against one of those large tomb tapper creatures. He darts in and takes 2 quick cuts at the creature, which it doesn't seem to do anything. It raises its hammer, it swings it round, and it catapults the human figure through the air to splatter against the side of the building with one mighty swing, and then the figure just slumps down the wall. The tomb tapper turns, looking around with its eyeless lump that you assume is its head, and then starts walking off south towards the music hall.
We should avoid that.
Shall we go and say he's dead?
He might have something worth stealing.
Yeah, I suppose. Let's make sure the big guy's gone first.
All right.
So you wait an appropriate amount of time until you no longer see the tomb tapper, and creeping forward, you see this kind of squishy human figure against the wall. Its helmet's rolled off, and blood runs down the side of its mouth. Now you recognise the uniform as that of the Knights of the Black Sword.
Or there was things from the 10 Town,
Ah,
the
great.
devil ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful guess.
But he's definitely dead. His ribs are crushed in at one side, and there is death splattering up against the wall.
Oh, well, if he's definitely dead, I'll search him and see if he's carrying any sort of parchments or anything interesting.
Right, so he's wearing badly damaged black leather armour, carrying a long sword and a crossbow. But as you pull his shirt open, you realise this is the first time you've had a good look at one of the Knights of the Black Sword. And embedded into his sternum is what looks like to be a Chardolin piece, but it's in the shape of a sword.
Lovely.
Does it look like that black Chardolin that we didn't like?
It does, yes.
Right. Well, he can keep that. Or do you think we should take it?
Yeah, I
Nah,
think
well,
we
it
should leave
didn't do him any good, did it?
Well, true.
So there is a normal longsword if you wanted to carry it.
Richie, can I look down my top? Have I got anything growing into my skin that's maybe causing me green flickers?
No, you don't seem to have anything.
That's all right. I just thought something might have manifested itself growing into my body. It's like, oh, God.
So leaving the body there, do you go skirt around the outskirts again on the path that you'd previously made?
Yeah.
We don't want to cut straight through the Skydock Spire then. Yep, well, that's fine.
No? Okay. So as you approach the amphitheatre, there's no further encounters. Approaching the amphitheatre, the air around the amphitheatre is charged with static. Cracked steps descend to the stadium floor, where a tiny glittering object rests on a pedestal of black stone. 3 metal masts rise from the area like gigantic tridents, each one emitting a low hum. The branches of each trident are 25 feet off the ground and extend 50 feet into the air.
What's the bet we can't just wander in there, pinch the trophy and leave?
No, there is apparently a trophy on a pedestal.
So we're wearing these red jumper things that we got for invocation. Because I think they give you a bit of resistance to lightning, don't they?
They certainly seem to in the tower, yes.
The game said it will fill in opponents. Is there any? I'll have a look around the place.
There is the trophy on one end.
Ah, a pedal stool.
A pedal stool, yes.
Just freestanding without.
It is.
I mean, I bet we're going to have to play the game, but in the meantime, let's just trot round and see if we can steal it.
I wonder what happens if you manage to throw the ball through all three of them trident things.
So there you are. You're standing on the edge, looking down.
Yeah, let's move around the outside.
Yep. Go
Behind
around
the
the outside.
bleachers, as far away from that electricity as possible. And then see if we can access the stadium from the east side there.
Yeah, you can do that. You can walk around the bleachers. That's not a problem. So you go all the way around to the far side, the east side. There's loud electrical discharges, but there are no problems as you get to the other side and see this large trophy hanging on the end. And in the centre, next to the main pillar, is a smooth silvery ball, large enough to pick up in one hand and throw.
Looks like we're going to have a game, boys and girls.
Well, I wonder if you can just lift the trophy.
Well, you try lifting the trophy, and when that happens, and then if that goes wrong, we'll play.
I'll cast Mage Hand.
Yeah.
I'll duck under a bleacher.
Try and see if I can lift the trophy up.
It appears to be too heavy to lift up, but now that you're closer to get a look at it, you realise it was a silvery trophy. However, it appears to be made from pure mithril embedded with three blue spinal gemstones. It looks like it's quite valuable. It's about the size of the FA Cup.
Wow.
Has it got handles?
It has got handles.
Can I poke my spear through the hole through one of the handles and try and pull it off the pedestal that way?
So you stick the spear through and you attempt to lift it. You realise it's stuck fast. However, an electric shock of lightning travels down your spear from the cup and striking you for...
But the spear handle's made of wood.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to care about that. 36 points of lightning damage.
Ah, I laugh at it.
Says Corin as he is electrocuted.
And as he puts his spear away.
Is it from the nearest pillar, the lightning?
No, it comes from the pedestal, encased in lightning when it's attempted to be lifted. Andy is smoking and all of his hair is now standing out on end, all frizzy.
Do I think I can cast Dispel Magic on the pedestal and that wouldn't lift it?
I'm all singed.
Can I have it?
I really think we're going to have to play the game because otherwise we're all going to end up injured.
We're going to end up injured playing it?
Yeah, well, yeah, but we'll have fun. Come on, what's the worst that can happen? Blah, blah.
I step onto the pitch.
Right, upon stepping on the pitch, Bracy, the shimmering head and shoulders of a woman blinks into existence above the arena floor. Electrical currents course over her metal teeth and her form stutters and flickers as she speaks in a strange language. Earl, you recognise this as Laros? And it says, so when new challenger enters the arena, you have 30 seconds to choose your teammates for a game of Chain Lightning.
Oh, fuck.
And then disappears.
I'll go with him.
I'll go with them.
Just thumb over my shoulder and go, them lot.
Okay, so...
I'll go and join him. Let's go. We need a team.
None of this pissing around.
You leap into the arena. The rules of the game are each player makes a dexterity athletics check to see if you get possession of the ball, and then they can hurl the ball to eliminate another player.
Okie dokie.
Dodgeball for men.
Dodgeball for men, or you can throw it through the lightning thing and try and eliminate two players, but you all have to roll again.
Right.
30 seconds later, the enemy dodgeball team blinks into existence on the other side of the pitch. All Megan.
Oh, great.
I have a
Careful,
nasty...
guys. We'll be making them angry.
I have a nasty feeling they're going to be rather good at this.
That'll be shocking.
It's those weird robed ones that you've only seen before, have not
There's
before.
6 of them. That's a bit
There
unfair.
is. And on your side, a Megan appears in your team colours, which is red.
Hello.
Ah, the Megan you join our team then.
Ah!
It just looks at you and says, "Are we skins or shirts?"
Shirts.
Shirts.
The announcer thinks, "Teams, are you ready?" And as it does this, it recites the rules as if it was a sports announcer, expecting the bleachers to be full.
You're going to have to translate for us, Sanwan.
Yeah. Don't worry.
There's a klaxon sound, and then the ball sort of shoots off the ground and then hovers round the middle post with lightning sparking to it as one of the enemy team runs towards it to grab the ball.
Right, I'll
Whoever's
run
fastest
towards as well.
Is that what
I
happened?
dash.
Yep.
You dash forward. Okay,
Where's the
then.
ball? I can't see it on the map.
It's a theatre of the mind ball, to give you an idea.
Can we not all
Dash or
stand
dash?
on top of Ace shoulders, like on top of each other, like totem pole, and try and grab it?
If you want to.
Look at
So there you go.
inside here.
I need a roll from you guys, and then we'll see how many successes you get.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
So we get 3 fails and 2 successes.
Oh,
A 20, we buggered.
please. I got a 2.
Ah.
I know. I think my 0 was missed off. Oh, my God. Look at their
A
rolls.
success, a fail, 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 fail. Wow, these are all full out. 1 success, 2 successes, and
4
then
fails.
yours is the one that's telling you fails as well. So that is a draw. Corin got a nat 20, so Corin, you managed to run forward and scoop the ball. It
Get
doesn't
in.
shock you, but like electricity runs up your arms and all your arm hair stands on end.
Ooh,
Right.
that looks cool.
The enemy team is spreading out. You don't need to worry about the map so much as the rules. So you can basically dart forward on the other side of that and then throw it backwards through the pole to charge it, or you can just try and pelt it at one of them.
Right, what was that thing about throwing it through the hoop and taking 2 of them out or something?
Yeah, you can throw it through the hoop and charge it, but then they get a chance to roll to see if they can pick the ball up again, or you can just scout it at one of them.
Screwed at one of them, I would.
I'll just scouted at one of them.
Get in.
Okay, I'm going to need
Earl, are you staying at the back there?
No, I'm going to move. Trust us.
an unarmed attack roll, please, Andy.
Unarmed attack roll.
Have an AC of 14. You can use any class skills or traits or any cheaty things to improve your chances to hit.
Well, we'll just give it a whirl and see what happens.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's a hit.
What
You,
we need now is the Flash Gordon music.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. Right, with a loud crack, the lightning shoots out from the main central tower, and it looks like it totally vaporizes this Maiden, who vanishes in a puff of logic.
I think I like this game.
Can we pass the ball to each other? So if we think one of us really good is like a... Ah, that's okay.
So it's now 5-on-6, and the ball gets sucked by lightning back to the central mask and starts rotating, and you desperately try to reach the central ball again.
Oh, man.
Oh, we've got 3 successes. 4 successes this time, plus NPC guy.
Come on, lad.
Yes,
Come
only
on.
Deals? Oh, shit at this, guys. Could we not just play a game of cards or chess?
Fail. Yeah, they can't succeed, so you all dash forward. Who grabbed the ball this time? You've got possession again.
Somebody else have a go.
I'll have a bash. What's the worst that could happen?
So, Salmon, you grab the ball and you stand forward in the central arc with lightning sparking about you. It's dancing about in your hair but not doing anything.
I'll pitch it straight through with the one on the top left.
You feint throwing it through the lightning and then hurl it.
Oh, God.
Hand-to-hand attack. Aisha runs towards the centre.
So I can try guidance someone.
Well, Earl's got the ball. It's not going to be guidance because it's combat.
Ah, right, okay.
It's guidance for athletics rolls.
Oh, no.
Right, he dodges out of the way at the last second. He's shockingly full-figured. Okay. And then the ball is pulled back. Yeah, it's blessed for the combat rolls, Brissy.
Okay.
Right. Round 3 it goes again.
Rolled off a 20.
Oh, wow.
Get in.
Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4
think-
successes.
I think Yesha's got the ball this
I
time.
think Aisha has the ball this time, yeah. There's going to be no chance for the... Oh, there's 1 success on a crit 20. Fail. Success. Fail. Yeah, they can't win. So the teams rush together now. There's a bit of a scrummage. And the last one, Ron, I always count as yours. There's a bit of a scrummage, but Aisha grabs the ball and scoops it up. Obviously, his goat ball skills paying off here.
Go, Aisha.
This is how
Get
we
him.
play it, lads.
Come on, get him.
I'll goat ball him. Right between the eyes.
So leaping up and taking your hand back, you hurl.
Just unarmed, is it?
Yeah, just an unarmed attack. It's a hit. You beam him straight on his bald green head, and lightning sparks out from the centre, and he disappears in an enormous blinding lightning flash.
Cop for
Excellent.
that, you teeth.
2 down already.
Bastard.
Well done. 2 down indeed. The buzzer sounds and it resets as you dart in once more. Oh, lots and lots of failures
this
that time.
is bad this time.
Did we all fail, didn't we?
You did, yes.
Fuck.
1 fail, 2 fail, 3 fail, 4 fail, 5
They've only got
fails.
4 on their side. They should only have 4.
Yeah, but the last one's your guy.
All right, okay.
I always count the last roll as your guy. So
All right.
it's a joint amount of failure as you both scramble for the ball. You like reach down, you go to pick it, and somebody kicks it, and the opposing team, they reach down for it and they kick it back. But because you outnumber the team, I'm going to say that one of you can grab the ball. Who
Well,
runs
I'll
in
grab
to
it.
scoop it up?
I'll go and scoop it up.
Lantesh slides between Aisha's legs, out of
Again.
nowhere, grabs the ball under her arm,
Which ball?
dancing backwards and forwards, runs
If I'm sliding between
underneath the
Aisha's
lightning.
legs, I'll run there. I forgot where Aisha was. I'm trying to zoom out because it's tiny.
So yeah, so she slides underneath the lightning. So what are you
Right,
going to do?
that's
Are you going to back pass it to get the extra lightning effect, or are you just going to beam somebody in the face?
I'll have a go at back passing it, and I'll try and throw it back at Aisha through the hoop, through the lightning to charge it.
Hurling the ball between the tines of an electrified mass requires a successful range attack roll against AC 15.
Oh no!
Right, so you hurl it backwards towards Aisha. It bounces off the central column and sails back over your head.
No! I find it a bit difficult to say these things. Oh god!
So we've got
Oh god! Nice rolls, guys.
2 successes, 3 failures. That's 1. Ooh. So you're winning again, and this is your guy who gets an 18. Yeah. So you easily outmaneuver them as you go for the scramble, grabbing the ball once more. Who's taking it this time?
The Hobbit on the left wing, if
Corin.
nobody objects.
Knock him, Biffa.
No.
Yeah, Aisha feint. Corin grabs it and
misses.
skites it, but misses.
Ah,
So close.
I'll go back to the bucket and the magic sponge.
The ball returns to the centre. Slowly rotating.
Maybe if I should unbutton me top and do flash and go, look, guys! Distract them.
Dun dun dun
I
dun
don't-
dun dun dun. Flash!
There you go.
Lantesh goes for the unusual flashing trick,
Oh, fuck. That didn't work.
but everybody on your team seemed to have noticed. So we've got a fail. These guys are not very good at this, considering they're at the androids built to do it. 2 fails, 3 fails, 4 fails. So, and then fail from the other one. So by some kind of miracle,
The Hobbit grabs it again.
the Hobbit grabs it again. He goes back in to avenge his
Hopefully.
previously missed attempt and hurls the ball.
Yeah. Oh, you're joking.
Oh, but they dodge out of the way.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're obviously looking tired at this point.
Next time, Andy, you get the ball and I'll throw you with the ball.
Good plan. Good plan. I've had a thought, no.
Wow, 1 success
Yeah.
this time. The robot team get 0 successes as the ball once more swings back into your court. Who's up next?
Go on,
Oh, look.
Davey. Go on.
Oh,
Come
Go
on,
on, Dave.
Davey, you have a go.
Grab
all
the
right,
ball.
I'll have a go.
Ben powers forward, grabs up the ball, rubs a static on his beard, making it stand up in all directions.
I'll just throw it at one and
So at this point, you're all mucked in, dancing about like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Fuck.
Oh, no. So Ben misses. Oh, and the non-existent car goes, oh. Go for it, guys. Oh, better. 3 successes this time. It's either Lantesh, Corin, or Sanwin grabs the ball. Whoa.
I'll grab it. I'll just bean that bloke.
No!
We're not very good at this.
I'll cast Bless. I'll cast it at level 2.
Shockingly, doesn't seem to be any rules about buffing yourselves.
Because they don't expect cleric magic, do they?
They do not.
It'll be everyone except me.
Okay, so glowing with divine energy and wearing your cheaty red shirts. We go again. Many failures. Ooh, saved by the Maiden on your team. He runs forward. You get a success. So 2 successes against 2 successes. So nudging your way forward. One of them actually grabs the ball, but one of you manages to wrestle it free. Salmon, you run forward and you wrestle the ball out of the hands of this one here.
I'll smash it off his face, even though he's standing right next to us.
Excellent. See, you hit because you were blessed.
God, that was brilliant.
Smash him in the face. There's a loud crack of lightning that blinds you, and then he's deleted.
I'll shout, Garrett, you twat.
The ball flies back to the central and runs around, but now you have a massive advantage as there seems to be only 3 of them left. As you go in for the ball.
Oh!
We've got 2 successes. 3 fails. Ben run high. So Ben, you run in and grab it, scooping it up. The static making your beard standing in.
Right, I'll throw it over the hoop to Lantesh.
Right, so you hurl it over the hoop. The lightning forks out, and the ball sort of has lightning all the way around it. Now we need to roll to see who retrieves it on the other side.
Oh, God, I'm terrified. Don't mess this up, Andesh.
Come on, guys.
Funnily enough, it's not the Hobbit.
We've got a fail, a fail, a success and a fail. Fail. 3 fails. 4 fails. So, Lantesh, you catch the ball on the other side.
Whee!
All you've got to do is hit and you'll eliminate 2.
Come on, trusty ball. Come on, you can do this.
It's a hit! There's a loud discharge with a bang as 2 of the enemy disappear in puffs of lightning. The lightning sparks across, leaving only the shockingly full-figured one at the top, who runs about, apparently trying to win the game by himself. And the announcer comes up and says, "It looks like we're moving into endgame now. That was a great move by Lantesh. It can't win." So, who got the highest? Sanwin again, believe it or not, grabs the ball up. Sanwin, you grab it up. The answer's going, Sanwin's grabbed the ball. It
I'll
looks like
bean the
it's
twat. Right in the forehead.
hit. He flings it across the stadium. There's a thunk noise as it lands in bunks off his head, and then a great bolt of lightning comes and vaporizes him or something as it disappears from the field. With that,
I'm wondering what would have happened to us if we got knocked out. What would we have gotten destroyed or just teleported, do you think?
with that, your friendly Megan bows and then disappears.
Let's not find out, Lantesh.
Yes, let's get out of here. I know how dangerous electricity is.
As you stand there,
I'm going to go over towards where the trophy case is.
the electrical barrier enclosing the stadium vanishes. The trophy levitates from its pedestal and drifts over to Sanwin.
Ooh.
You have an enormous football-style trophy.
Oh, well, we better go and take out the trophy cabinet then.
Do you grasp it and kiss the ring as is the...
Oh, yes, of course.
It feels inherently magical and it tingles as you grasp it. It's quite amusing.
Do you want us to detect magic on that thing and identify it? Well, we know it's magical. I want to know what kind of magic it's got on it.
There you go. I have dropped the trophy into the party sheet. So you can click on the dragon head and it should tell you. It counts as a stone of good luck. However, a stone of good luck is normally a small stone, and this is a gigantic football trophy.
Excellent. If only we didn't have to put it in the cabinet, I would carry it around in one hand. Because you can. And I'd twank people with it. Because being twanked to death by a trophy is the way to go.
It is.
Well, maybe you don't have to put it in the trophy. Maybe we've had to win the game to gain access to the cabinet yet. Let's just.
Oh, we could leave it to last. the evacuation tower.
Well, do you want to head back there now, or do you want to go to a
No,
different
let's
place?
go. No, we'd best go to the invocation tower and get this out of the way, because it would be daft for us to be running about.
With a giant football trophy.
Well,
Well,
I'm feeling time ticking down, and I'm feeling very tired lately. And very hot. Yes, hot. I'm hot. I feel like stripping off.
put your clothes back on. Let's go.
yeah, this is just an excuse. Where else go? No, it's still quite cold. You head back up the tower of evocation. Nothing has respawned, so there's no ice cube things on the floor, no hands. Once you head back to the room, you stand before the trophy case with its transparent magical force field, whatever it may be.
Won't you have to look like that?
Yeah, I'll put my
Arcane?
disguise on first.
Okay. You use your hat of disguise to resemble Zadalus.
I'll give him the trophy. Don't forget to find out what's written on the thing.
Yep, I'll accidentally find out when I stick it in.
It didn't say you had to put your trophy in. It says, are you not carrying your trophy with you? You recall.
Yeah, yeah, okay, we'll walk in and go, I have the trophy this time, you pedantic bastard.
Nothing happens. You stand before the glass or the force field or the magical barrier of some kind, whatever it might be.
Try putting your hand through without one that doesn't have all of the trophy.
Okay, I'll try that.
Your hand passes through and it just feels like you've put it in a kind of bucket of jelly. As it passes through the sphere, it ripples slightly, but you can reach through without a problem.
Right, first thing I'll do is I'll move the medal so we can see what's on the plaque.
Okay, moving the medal aside, it says, 5th, quench the flame in thy palm with ice.
Got it.
So we just need 2 and 3 now.
Shall I actually put this trophy in, or shall we just walk out with it?
Walk out with it. You might need to look. You can always put it in later.
True.
I'll pull my hand out, but I won't put the trophy in yet.
Okay. The rest of the trophies and medals are still inside the case.
Do any of them look valuable?
Oh, they all look like they're made of gold and precious metals and things like that.
Shall we?
Nah, I think we might be pushing the luck that much.
Do you want to remove any?
No. Just in case.
Okay. So with your newly gathered plaque and your football trophy, are you actually going to walk around with that, Earl?
Yeah.
I better give you an effect for it then, hadn't I?
Yeah.
God damn. So you're holding a wand of the War Mage in one hand
And a football trophy.
and a football trophy in the other.
Of course.
As you do.
Because it's Earl, of course.
I'm hitting someone with it.
You'll only do an arm damage, but it will be damned hilarious.
Will it make a loud noise? That is the important question. Will it go thunk?
As long as that noise spang.
I'm sure it will.
We shall see.
Right, so that was the Tower of Evocation that we've done.
What?
Next nearest Tower of Conjuration. Next, is that nearest? Yep.
Conjuration. What could possibly go wrong there?
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
So you head off from the Tower of Evocation. Are you cutting to the north or the south of it to get the Conjuration past the obelisk? Or
Go left.
so you head past that without apparently any problem?
Don't see any floating skull anywhere, do I, whilst we're walking around here?
You do not see a floating skull. You arrive at the Tower of Conjuration. And this one is going to be another funny one. Yellow arcane symbols are etched near the peak of this strangely shaped tower. While the streets are strewn with debris, the area immediately around the tower appears to have been cleaned. A smooth metal door with an iron handle leads to the foot of the tower.
Is it locked?
Well, you are looking at it from, I don't know, 10 feet away.
I'll walk towards it.
Yeah, head over.
So you walk towards it, you and Salmon. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with Salmon.
Right, so you approach the door, Lantesh, and you grasp the handle firmly and twist it. Corin, as you're approaching the door, when you get 5 feet away, you can hear the definite sound of a lock clicking into place. Lantesh, wiggle the handle, and it's obviously locked.
Is there any magical symbols around the lock? I can't see.
Nothing around the lock, no.
I'll lean over and knock on the door, like over our head.
Right. Dong, dong, dong. There is no answer.
No. No, clever.
So you do the shaving a haircut bit,
Yeah.
but there's no reply, sadly.
Well, there's definitely no one in there.
There is definitely no one in
Right. Can you pick a lock?
Yep. Let's have a look at it. I haven't done this for a while.
If you
How hard
can't,
can
then
it
I'll-
be? I
I'll-
mean,
there. How hard can it be? Give me a lock, pick, and roll. That
plus
is
1. Oh, yeah.
not enough.
It's a bit on the tough
It's
side.
incredibly difficult.
I'll guidance you if you want. Not.
Anyone got a chisel? Because I know another trick called bumping, which was much easier than picking locks.
I doubt I have, unless there's one in the harvesting kit.
Earl, you have had a go at this door, and this is the most difficult lock you've ever seen.
Hold on a minute, the little gnome flexes our fingers, makes our knuckles crack, right? And then casts knock on the door.
Oh, right, with a loud booming noise,
My knock was going to do shaving a haircut.
the door springs open. There's a residual dispersion of magic, so the door actually flies open violently, Tracy, and then goes bang on the other side.
Oh, doesn't normally happen like that.
No, it does not.
Hope there wasn't anybody behind that. Sorry. What can we see through the open doorway?
What you can see is a room containing plush chairs, sofas, and tables which appear to have been damaged, then lightly mended and arranged in an orderly way. An impressive array of food is set on the tables of the room. An ornate gemstone-studded chest sits next to one of the sofas. On the east end of the room, a faintly glowing door lies closed. There's a cage on the other side of the room.
Cage? How big?
Anything in it?
There's a creature in the cage.
Ooh.
I'll take a brief glimpse at the creature and say hello.
Inside the cage is a snake.
Snake.
A snake.
Oh, Nick. Hello, Mr. Snake. I'll say it like snake. Talk snake.
This is the cage here.
Right.
And to the left of it is a glowing doorway.
I'll talk to the snake. In snake.
So are you stepping forward?
Yeah.
Do you speak parcel tongue by any chance?
Well, no, I talk to small creatures as a gnome. So I presume it's a small creature. I don't know. I'll have a go.
As you step forward, you recognise that it's an actual familiar rather than a creature.
All right, okay.
The rest of you watch from outside the door.
I'll use a charge of comprehend languages out staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to the snake.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be responding, even though it's quite obviously familiar.
That's bizarre. It's familiar.
It is bizarre.
And it's alive. It's not asleep or out. It's alive. Is it looking out?
Yeah, it's moving and writhing and hissing.
Master's either alive or he's a ghost, like that bloody thing on the island.
I'll try talking to it in their language.
You talk to it
All right,
in
mate.
Laros.
Yeah. I'll go, all right, mate.
Speak to it in Laros, and it doesn't seem to respond. However, as you've stood there trying to communicate with it, bizarrely, with a popping sound, it begins to bubble and transforms and becomes a rat, which then sits up on its back legs and twitches its nose.
I'll turn and go, I was about to ask you if you wanted to eat a rat, but I figure that's a bit cannibalistic.
Has anybody got any cheese?
I have, as it happens.
Oh,
Good. Maybe
I
Tom must
have.
be hungry.
And I'll hold this fucking thing all over 10 towns. I have a half-eaten block of goat's cheese,
Oh,
gathered from the body of a dead dwarf who was wearing blue leather boots at the time of your mountain.
well, the
It does.
coals will probably have kept it all right. It slowed down its rotten. I'll get some cheese off Corin and offer some cheese to the rat just to show that we mean no harm sort of thing. Because if this is some caster's familiar, I don't want to get on its bad side. And I'm presuming
Right.
if the caster's alive, it'll be able to see through the rat's eyes. So
it sniffs interestedly at the bits of cheese that you push through the cage, but does not eat.
You're a familiar, right? So, any chance of you getting a message to your master?
It stands and twitches its little ratty face at you.
the door with the light coming underneath it. I go and tap on, knock on it, just in case. I don't want to barge in. Don't want to try doing what we did on the outer door because that was a bit rough.
Right,
Could
you
be
knock
somebody-
on the. You step forward on the rug and knock on the door.
Oh
It's just
no!
a tap. So you don't step on the rug. So you lean
No.
over the rug.
Yeah, and rap on the door with the top
So-
of the staff.
Right, you knock on the door with the staff.
I'm terrified.
Nothing happens. David's standing there looking at the familiar in the cage, and it begins to bubble once more. It bubbles and folds in itself. It's kind of disgusting. And then out pops a little feathery head as it reforms into the shape of an owl.
God, this is weird. This.
I'd search the place. I'll start searching while we're playing with
You
them.
start searching.
I'll keep an eye on this creature.
Right, so you keep an eye on the creature, and the rest of you search the room. Down the back of the sofa, you find a silver piece, because there's always a silver piece down the back of a sofa.
I'll polish it up on my sleeve and stick it in my pouch.
Okay. You do not find anything else in the furniture. However, touches the chest, you can determine that it is magical.
You wouldn't mind opening up, old man, would you? I'll turn around and go, it's worth to try. One day they'll have intelligent chests. You know that, right?
It's about 1.5 feet by 2 feet in size. So it will be carryable, but quite awkward, to be fair.
Well, we'll probably best to open it, which is probably going to hurt, but I'll do it anyway. I'll
Right,
try
you
and pick
open
the
the
lock.
chest, you squint
no.
your eyes together, waiting for the fireball. Nothing happens. The interior is completely empty.
I'll drop a
Could
coin
be a
in to
bit
see
like
what
that
happens.
chest that we've got, the one where
You drop the
Keep-
coin in, and it just makes a wooden noise as it rattles around in the bottom.
I close the lid, turn the chest open, look underneath it.
There's nothing underneath the chest.
I close it and then open it again.
Yeah, I'll open it again and go, ha ha!
Yeah, your coin falls out.
Hmm.
Dag nabbit.
Has it got a false bottom?
No, it's just the way it walks.
It does. No, it's definitely a real bottom.
Just got to check those things.
If it's a tower of conjuration, it might have a command word. It might have a similar effect of our little jug that we've got. Maybe a command word and it might summon, like conjure up something. I don't know. But just at a guess, that since we're in this tower, I think we need to see what's through that door there with the light.
Tracy, the owl folds in on itself, and with a gooey popping noise, out emerges a black tail, and then a pair of black ears and some black whiskers as a black cat sits before you, licks its paw and rubs its nose. Still,
Oh,
they're making sort of the correct noises, but they're not responding to talking or feeding.
Is the
It's in a cage, you said.
Yes, the cage has no door. It looks like the cage has been formed around it.
How very odd. I'll go over and you said there was a door. I'll have a look at the door.
wait a minute? Can I use Mage Hand to move that rug?
Yes, you lift the corners of the rug up, and underneath appears to be perfectly normal floor.
Yeah, I've heard some really bad stories, and that was just oddly placed right in front of a door there.
Does the food on this table look like it's still edible, Rich?
Yes, there's no description of food, but I guess it's conjured food, so
Oh,
why not?
oh God.
Do you want to try some?
No, I was going to see if there's any fish, and I was going to stick some fish through the bar for the cat.
Are the bars far enough apart you could put your hand in and stroke the cat?
No, maybe a couple of fingers at the most.
I'll try that.
Which fingers don't you need, Andy?
You stick your fingers through, the cat goes prr, 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 as you gently tickle it under the chin.
See, it's a nice cat.
It's a snake, rat, owl, cat thing.
Obviously got lots of part-time jobs.
Right. Did you try the door there, Sandman?
Yeah.
Earl, you pull the door open, and behind it is a glow, and then with a noise, Earl disappears.
Oh, not again. No fucking way. Not. Oh.
The door stops glowing. Behind where the door's open is just a blank wall.
What? I'll go and feel the wall. Is it solid?
Earl?
Or can I put my hands through it?
Yes, dear.
Can you say that?
Hang on, I'll
You
zoom
might
it
need to
out.
scroll out a bit.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. Oh, no.
Ah.
Oh, shit, dude.
I don't say that, man.
Right,
Man,
we'll just
thank
give
you
them a
for
minute,
the-
Earl, before I get back to you. Eh?
now.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
thanks, Rich.
Right.
Is the wall solid?
Yeah, it's totally solid. The glow has disappeared.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's Sandwin chosen wallpaper samples for his latest crystal.
Oh, fuck. What are we going to do, guys? Is there no other exit from this room?
No.
From outside, did we notice if there was any windows further up?
You said there was some sort of symbols like above the tower. I'll get me owl to fly up to see if there's any other upper access to this tower.
Yeah, Earl, do you say that?
Yeah, I've replied to you in Discord.
Okay. And it's got teeth, Earl?
Wow, that's unusual.
I'll get me owl to fly up and have a look, see if there's any other access to the tower.
There's no other access.
Try sending a message to Sanwan.
Sanwan, you receive a message. What do you send, Tracy?
Sanwan, where you gone?
I know. It's canny in here, though. There's I think it's a demon. I'll turn around to the thing and go, excuse me, are you a demon?
Oh, how do I get here? Because the light's gone and the wall's just brick.
The cat stretches out. There's another gooey thing and bubbling, and it turns back into the snake.
I'll take my hand out the cage.
Right, Earl, so because you're in contact now, so there's a desk on the north wall full of stuff.
Oh, I'll rake through the stuff. I'll turn around to the thing and go, so are you a demon?
Do you rake through the stuff? That is the question.
Sanwan?
Well, I'm going to try.
Sanwan's talking about some kind of demon being wherever he is.
It can't speak back to you.
Is it trying? I'll send a message.
Yeah, it's trying to speak to you telepathically.
I'll send it a message and say, are you a demon?
Let me free. I know the secrets of the room.
Uh-huh. And you are?
You cannot speak my name. He wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
So
you can call me
Bob.
Keith.
Alan, you can call me. I sense the name Alan close to your surface thoughts.
Oh, you can read me mind. Brilliant. Concentrate on this.
Right, you search. Right, there's some charcoal, a small figure of an owl, some rare chalks and inks, a scroll, and a star ruby. Alan says, you don't need to bother with that, just I can help you.
Star rubies. I'll pick the star ruby and go, you can imprison things in these, you know. And I'll look at him with that kind of look, and I will look really self-assured. Imprisonment spells really, really frustrating, though, because you can be put then inside the pocket of someone who essentially lives the most boring and humdrum existence.
He says, "Now I haven't waited 1,000 years just to be intimidated by you. I want to help you. I don't understand where this hostility is coming from. I can help you, and all you need to do is let me out. Once I'm out, I have practically limitless power. Anything in my power to grant. You want somebody dead? I'll have them cut into 1,000,000 pieces.
So all I've got to do is let you out. How do I do that?
Just a simple dispel on this circle on the floor. Be fine.
I don't want to spell magic.
I know you know somebody that does.
Oh, yeah, I do. But I can't get her in here.
So, El, what are you doing with the items on this?
I'm going to have a look through them while I'm talking.
Right, as you touch the owl, you realise that it is magical.
Ooh, I'll have a look at it. Got any command words on it?
No, but it's one of those things you can attune to. The scroll, however, has the rite of the octad written upon it.
Oh, read it. Not out loud.
The scroll says, second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand. Tracy, the doorway begins to glow again.
Oh, guys, all hold hands. Let's go and get Sanwin.
Aye, good idea.
See if we can get...
Including Ed.
I'll go first.
I'll go right behind Dave.
With that, Dave disappears. Who's holding on to Dave's hand?
Me.
We're holding each other's hand.
Do you want to go with him or not?
Yes, I'll go with him.
Right. Ben and Corin disappear, and Lantesha's left standing there.
I was holding Corin's hand.
You were, and those two have been sucked through, and the rest of you have not.
Oh.
I'll turn around and go, this is Alan. He's our new friend. He's a demon. Don't do what he tells you.
He's like, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm your friend. I want to help you. And it's so nice to speak to you guys. The lavish room is bathed in yellow light from magical candles around the perimeter. The room is dominated by the glowing runes that appear in a 10-foot radius circle on the floor and ceiling. Within this circle stands a giant bipedal insect with powerful looking mandibles and a long tail covered in razor-sharp spikes. A beautiful writing desk faces the north wall, which has been ransacked. Set within the south wall of the room, 4 stones glow with animal depictions. Doors exit to the room to the east and to the west.
You know the animal depictions?
Yes.
One of them a snake, one of them
There you
a
go.
cat, one of them Hey! Oh, no, that's just a... Ooh!
Yeah,
I'll touch the cat.
Right, you touch the cat.
the cat goes, get off.
It's currently a snake. So you touch the cat and something bad happens there as you step over.
I'll not walk through the giant thing in the middle, because that could be bad. Can you...
Yeah.
Was it summon or conjure a flame into your hand?
Conjure.
And the door on the other side, I'll lever, I believe.
Richie, while waiting for the door to charge up, I'll say to Aisha, I just want to do something in preparation before we go through there. If Sanron's talking about some demon and whatnot.
Right, Earl
Yeah,
randomly touches the cat and falls into a pit.
Whee!
The pit is surrounded by
How far down is it?
15-foot deep pit, 10-foot square around the thing. However, it is full of black, awful tentacles.
I will cast as a reaction, Featherfall.
So you gently float to the ground and then are pummeled.
I will try to grab the edge.
Can I try and grab his arm?
Yeah.
I no doubt need to roll something, don't I?
I'll help him.
You will. Make a dexterity check. As you all dash forward, you all take 3d6 bludgeoning damage from the gigantic black tentacles.
Well, that's mean.
Dexterity.
Oh,
Shit.
16 damage to you all.
Ah, yeah, skin cheese.
Corin fails to grab you. So that is another...
Can I try and grab him?
You can't. The devil or demon or whatever the hell it is, it's in the thing, says, see, I could have warned you about that. You grab Earl, and as they've pulled you loose of the tentacles, the pit seals up and the tentacles disappear, but you have been bludgeoned by them.
The fucker.
He says, see, you're just touching things. You cast identify. The chest is an abracadabrus.
Oh, no.
A body?
An abracadabrus.
What the hell's one of them?
You identify it is in the party sheet. Click on the little dragon. It is £25, however. So, you pulled back out of the way of this pit. And he says, see, you're just touching things. I can help. You just got to get me out.
I'll touch the snake.
Right, Andy, the pit opens, you fall back into the tentacle.
Oh, God, seen the price of that? $5,000 up to 50,000 gold pieces.
Actually, no, I need to roll it.
It was a snake. When I came through.
It was a snake when you came through. However, it may have changed. It's a snake, Andy. The snake rune lights up. You don't fall into a pit full of tentacles.
I'll step back.
You step
Danwin,
back.
I think I've got this sussed. We've got to light these 4 rounds up, but it depends on what sequence the creature is in when we touch the round. So we need them who are still down there to let us know when it changes, and then we hit the right round. When we've got all 4 lit up, something will happen.
And on the east wall is another room with faint light coming behind it as well. The one next to the rug.
I'm going to stick that abracadabras in the bag of holding.
It won't fit.
Ooh.
It won't go through the neck of the bag.
I'll stick it in
On the back of
a
Aisha.
sack on the back of Ed, because I don't want to encumber poor Aisha's carrying enough as it is, bless him.
Hell, I don't care.
That can conjure food and all sorts. I'll explain to Aisha. It's a bit like the jug.
Hey, Tracy, there's some rare chalks and inks here. Any good?
Yeah, she needs those. Are you going to take that figurine of the owl?
No, I'll let someone else have it if someone wants to use it.
Okay, so there's the east door, and there's a lit up rune of a snake.
I think we should wait for the others.
Yeah,
How
but
come you didn't fall down the hole?
because I touched the right round.
He touched the right rune, it was a snake.
Because I've worked it out. What we've got to do, you know that thing in the other room that changes, like it goes a snake, rat,
Yeah.
so whatever. We need them in the other room to let us know when it changes, and then we hit the corresponding room in this side, and when we get all 4 lit up with a bit of luck, something will happen.
All right, I'll pass that message on to Lantesh.
Lantesh is too busy to reply.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Right, look at the familiar gadget, and I'm going to keep casting this and tell us what he changes into when he changes next, and then start counting.
Okay.
I'll resist the urge to randomly say he's turned into an owl or an aardvark or something, just to confuse the shit out of him.
Okay.
I'll just do that while waiting.
Right. So you wait a minute. Bracy, it changes to an owl.
Right. I will start counting down, and next time he sends to us, I'll let him know that it's an owl.
I'll do it every 10 seconds or so. Every round, I'll just.
Has
throw a
it
message.
changed? Has it changed? So in your head, Bracy, all you're getting is, has it changed? Has it changed? Has it changed? Has it changed?
Are we there yet?
You touch
Oh,
the
there, yeah.
owl, and the owl lights up.
I reckon we've got this.
It changes into a rat, and then once more,
I'll pass the message on that it's a rat.
who's doing the pressing?
Not me.
Corin?
That'll be Corin because I always blow up.
Corin, are you on to press the rat?
Mm-hmm.
You
Can I
press
hold the back of his shirt
the
in
rat,
case he
and
falls
it
in the
lights
hole?
up. And finally, it warps and changes back to a rat again.
It's a rat again.
You press it the fourth time,
Uh-huh.
and the west door opens into the portal, and you can see back into the other room. The east door you haven't opened yet.
All right, and let's have a look at the east wall. The east door.
The east door
So
is a perfectly normal looking door in front of a rug.
I'll use mage hand to move the rug.
Right. What was that? Were you going to say that, Andy?
So does that mean that them in the other room can now see us?
No, you can't see it from this side. You're then from this side, Tracy. It appears to be
All right.
opened a way back.
All right, okay.
The demon says, "That's a shame. If you'd come through, then I could have bargained to help you get out. If everybody come through, you'd have been trapped here forever. Oh, unless you kept guessing, right? Of course."
Yeah, I know, but if you think about it, there's only there's only 600 possible positions, 644. We'd get it pretty soon.
But you're gonna need me to deal with whatever's on the other side of that door.
You think?
Yeah.
I'll roll a coin through.
The coin disappears as if it was dimension doors and appears in the center of the room and bounces off Ed.
Oh, right. I'll.
Tracy,
when
a
I'm
coin
finished-
bounces off Ed, seemingly appearing from nowhere.
Ooh.
Free money, dudes.
I'll send her a message and say, think we might have opened it. Not sure though.
I'll reply back.
Yeah, I'll
It might be better that one of us stays on this side in case the portal shuts. Might only stay open for so long that you need the cooperation of somebody from this side. It's always best to leave one here. And by the way, I found that chest is amazing. Forget
Really?
mayonnaise. This is the next best thing.
Honestly, better than the mayonnaise.
Oh, aye.
It's not like we could find any use for an infinite spurt of holy water.
And there's a bunch of books on that shelf as well, Al, but you didn't have time to read through them.
No, that's all right. I'm sure Lantesh will steal them.
Do you find anything
thing
else
is-
through there?
If we've got the next bit of the octad, what do we need to explore the rest of this tower for?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll turn around to Damon and say, if we've got the thing we're here for, what do we need to go through there for?
Because it's full of riches undreamt of. And I saw you going through that desk. You're not shy for a bit of loot.
It's just money,
No, it's money got to buy a huge beast.
but that's you.
Oh, it's worse than me. You'll never defeat it on your own. Riches undreamed of, and all it takes is one little dispel magic.
Nah, let's sort it. I don't need riches. Anyone else need riches?
No, let's just go.
Nah.
Riches there, Lantesh?
Books?
Oh, I don't have the books, I'm saying, but you're not bothered about riches, though, are you?
Nah, just the books.
AC, riches?
Nah.
See you later, mate.
I bet we sitting
Ah,
there pissed
So
off.
you
We'll jog
just leave
Yeah,
the door unexplored.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll take the that owl figure with us though.
Earl's grabbing everything, I think.
Yeah,
Good.
I've yoinked a lot. Hey, feel free. I'll just hand stuff out.
Right.
Alan's going to bite us in the arse later, I'll say, as soon as the door closes.
As you step through, you are dimension doored back into the main room. The whole system has reset.
That was really odd.
Can I leave a note in the first room?
You
To say
certainly can.
don't, say, don't go through that door. There's a demon trapped in a circle. He's called Alan.
Look at this awesome thing, right? You saw Sandman look at it, right? Let's just test it out. I identified it. It's got 20 charges of power. and you can summon anything in it with a command word. So I'll ask one of them to name something, food or anything. Gems, however, like any precious metals or gems or anything, will disappear after a short period. But name something. Go on,
Would
go
they
on.
last long enough to cast Greater Restitution?
Is it a box of blowjobs?
No, it's called Abracadabras. And I know these are real. I read about them somewhere that they're really, really rare. I remember, reading about them in school, and it was like they were unbelievable.
Arrows.
Arrows, right?
Arrows.
I'll ask the chest for some arrows.
Yeah, it conjures 1 GP worth of arrows.
There you go.
Awesome.
A big flagon of mead. Enough for all of us to have a drink.
A big flagon of mead for all of us.
It conjures a big flagon of mead with a value of 1 GP or less.
A space marine.
Hang on.
So it produces an
But
ultramarine.
be careful. We've got to be careful not to use up all the charges because, you can use up the magic. But it does.
Wait a minute, we're randomly saying mad shit, and now you tell us.
No, but it recharges every day. But, don't deplete it. That's what I mean.
All right, okay.
But so we can only summon stuff that's worth 1 GP.
Yeah. But brilliant.
So that's a load of salted peanuts for the bargain,
I was
lads.
just going to say, we'll all get 1 GP of the cheapest wine in the world. We'll get about half a ton.
We're going to be so rich.
That's awesome.
But if the food or drink that you conjure is not consumed within the 24 hours, it spoils, by the way. So, get your flagons drunk, lads.
Yeah,
It's
10
on it.
seconds.
I've stuck it on the back of your head. But yeah, that is amazing. Great find, guys. What did you find, San, when you look a bit beaten up? Or in fact, all yous look a bit beaten up.
Yeah, they've got like black eyes and cauliflower ears and things. I'll actually ask for a space marine.
Yeah, he gets a tiny little figure, does he?
Yeah, whatever. He's using a charge though.
That's all right.
The familiar continues to cycle through various shapes. Seraphon says, if this is the Tower of Conjuring, it's unlikely it would hold a great treasure chest that would store most of the treasure at the Tower of Erilathus. There's probably something else in there.
Yeah. You probably were wise coming out, guys.
Yeah. I mean, part of it was we just did it to wind the demon up.
What did he look like? Was he very big? I haven't really seen many demons. Was he tall?
That would be the thing, mind, Alan did say if we let him out, he would kill anybody we wanted to kill him. Send him after Erilathus.
Yeah, but you can't trust demons.
That's the thing.
Oh, I know that.
So are we done in here? Take it you got the code.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Well, I got a code. I'm pretty sure it's the right one.
You did say there was a whole a shelf full of books in there as well.
Yeah, I did say I'd bring them out for her.
There's like a whole shelf full. Are you gonna
All right. Yeah, we'll look them out.
I don't mind carrying books.
So they've come through with armfuls of books, Tris.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, come to mummy. Stick them in a bag of holding.
You fill the bag of holding up with more books.
Yeah, I'll take them back to Waterdeep with us.
Right, where to now, ladies and gentlemen?
Tower of Divination, I believe.
We shall see.
Only if that's the last one.
Well, why don't we go via the Arboretum, get a bit of wand?
Aye, and via the library, because we're sort of going that way anyway.
All right, we'll pop in the library first, then to the Arboretum, then to Divination, and then to the Wellspring of Answers.
We'll never get Lantesh out of the library, though.
It'll be flammable, don't worry.
That is true. You are never going to get her out of the library in a minute.
Oh, it's all right. We'll tie a rope round our waist and make sure it's about 6 inches too short for it to reach the bookshelves.
Oh, that's gross.
That'll get her out.
Oh, that's mean.
She'll come storming back out just to lamp me.
So, well, where do you wish to go?
To the library.
To the old library. It's not far away. You head off to the library. The colossal building has many lofty turrets in a state of disrepair. the ground below littered with their rubble. A giant-sized door at the base of the structure stands slightly ajar.
Best have a look.
Aye.
So you walk into the main room and appear in said library. Books are absolutely everywhere.
Oh my god.
Shelves line the wall of this labyrinthine library, which is crammed with books on every conceivable subject.
Oh dear God. We shouldn't have come here. Why is there a glowy thing in a glowy thing?
What's a glowy thing?
Top right, glowy thing in a glowy thing.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Unless that's
Right.
in the room.
Is this a desk in front of us? I'll read that thing on the desk.
Yeah, that's like the librarian's.
Yeah, have a look at this.
Right, so you head over and have a look. Librarian's desk, as you would expect, the input and output of books and dates, things like that.
I'll have a quick look around for that well-known book, 50 Shades of Halfling.
Aye.
Right, brave. So, as you stand and look at the books for, stamps of books that have gone in and gone out, around the corner walks the possibly one of the strangest things you've seen since you walked in.
It'll be hard to bite the brain in the jar.
Oh, I think we'll manage it. Around the corner walks a jackal-headed person carrying a bunch of scrolls, and behind him shuffles a 5-foot-tall eyeless penguin
Oh, I like him.
with a harness on with a backpack. The jackal-headed person says, "Aha! Fantastic, you must be the librarians. Scrivenshire is in need of your assistance." The penguin shifts uneasily as the jackal-headed person speaks.
Will me charge off the staff still be running because it runs an hour? So I don't know how long.
Yeah, he's speaking the Ross version of Elvish. As he realises that you don't speak them, he starts cycling through languages until he settles on Common. Ah, Common. Wonderful. Can you all speak Common? Scrivenshaw would like to know, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Scrivenshaw?
Well, I of course, am Scrivenshaw.
I'll turn around
This
and
is
say,
my companion, Kingsport.
Oh,
very pleased to make your acquaintance.
The
Well, what
picture's
do you-
got him down as Arkenloth.
what a fantastic library this is. I'm really impressed.
Quite simply, it's amazing. He pulls out a small black strip of something and begins to chew upon it.
So, what are you doing here? Not that it's any of our business, but, just curiosity and all that.
Searching for books, of course. Thousands of years old, some of these.
Yeah, considering the world's going to end, it's probably a good idea for someone to do that.
Do you have any books on liches? Arch-liches?
Not in my personal library, I have, of course, but it's not on this plane. It's quite a distance to run.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you know off the top of your head?
I only arrived here yesterday, you see. I finally discovered this. Me and Kingsport here, we teleported from our home. It's on another plane.
Really? And what method of teleportation do you use? Was it the circle kind, or have you got some sort of other...
Oh, nothing so primitive as that. Scrivenshire doesn't travel like the common man. Planar shift.
Oh, that's pretty powerful, that.
Scrivenshire would like to offer you a piece of licorice. Anybody interested in licorice?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
definitely.
Yes, definitely.
He puts some licorice in Kingsport beak. It waddles over towards you, penguin-like.
I'll accept it and go, do you want some cold curry?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Or a smoked mammoth sausage.
Or a rolling?
Oh, God.
Or some holy mayonnaise.
We've got loads of we've got enchanted mayonnaise.
Scrivenshire thinks that you might quite be the most perfectly strange bunch of people I've met in all the planes I've travelled.
Yeah, we get that a lot, to be honest.
We are as nutty as squirrel shit.
But in our defence, we are trying.
So, is your whole purpose here just for books?
Yes.
How did you come on, the knowledge of this place?
It's what I do, dear. I search Scrivenshire searches the planes for all sorts of rare and wonderful books. In fact, I could do with help searching for the books of keeping.
Wow.
What do they do?
For those terms that hold the true names of every Yugoloth ever created. I'm hoping that one of the legendary books is here. I to the plains and search live.
What's a Yugoloth?
I'm not sure I can provide a proper description. Large tentacles, black eyes.
Oh, do you know what this is? And I'll make an illusion of that demon. You know what one of them is?
That looks like either an ice devil or a bone devil.
Ah. It's
Right,
another
I'll
demon then.
I'm going to
Oh,
step
good
to one
one.
side and talk to Scant. I'll say and ask him what a Yugoloth is.
Scan says it's not in my database.
And what knowledge do you have about plane shifting to this place, perhaps? What is it possible?
Absolutely. The Nether Race are well versed in plane shifting, both as the spell as a means of personal transport and perhaps some even as an innate ability. It allows you to transport yourself across planes to any plane that you know or can describe.
And what do you know about books on true names?
Nothing, I'm afraid, is in the database.
Okay.
It would be related to demon summoning rituals, but I have no more specifics than that.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll turn round to these two and say, you don't know anything about a disease that makes people turn into horrible one-eyed monsters, do you?
Scriven Scry does not know anything about this, I'm afraid. Like I said, me and my companion here, we only arrived here. Andy, Kingsport has reached into his bag and pulled out a small scrap of leather and seems to be trying to press it into your hand while Scriven Scry is distracted talking to Sam.
I'll take it and then sort of slowly kind of turn around as though I'm looking at the books in the library, and then I'll have a quiet look at this.
It's a small scrap of leather and crude words are scribed on it. Perhaps Kingsport has used his own beak to do it. And it just says, "Help me," in common.
Right. Do I get the impression he can actually say somehow?
It appears so, as he was offering you licorice.
Do I see this action of...
Give me a perception check.
We've got no idea if Kingsport can actually speak, have we?
A nat 20. Yes, you saw that. You saw him hand something to Corin, who has concealed it about his person. No, you've got no idea whatsoever.
I'll send a message to Corin and say, what's up?
Can I send messages back even though I haven't got the spell?
Yeah. It allows you to reply.
Oh, right. Kingsport said, "Help me."
Okay.
So I've got the phone, and this is a bit of a one-sided sort of arrangement and not in his favour.
Right. So, okay, I'll talk to him telepathically just so that Given Scry doesn't know that we've been communicating. I might be able to deem more from him because I'm not quite sure about this Scriven Scry. There's just, when you get a gut feeling.
Why don't you ask Kingsport how? How does he want us to help him? What can we do?
I will. I'll send Kingsport a message and ask him, how can we help? You can reply to this message, and Scriven Scry won't be aware of these messages.
Way up.
So, yeah, Kingsport replies, he says, "Scriven Scry is a cruel and wicked master. Please help Kingsport."
What has he done to you? How's he harmed you?
He beats Kingsport if I don't keep up or don't work hard enough.
Don't worry, we'll help. We will help. We're good people. I'll send Sanwin, Bane, and Aisha a message, and I'll let Corin know as well, in turn, what's just transpired.
Oh. So are these books valuable to you? I'll say to Scriven Scry.
Absolutely. But there's so many books in here, I'm certain you'd find something that you need to require.
Well, while they're talking about book, can I sort of put my arm around Kingsport and, mately kind of wander off into a corner with him? And, I shall offer him a mammoth sausage while we're on. See where I come from.
I'm not sure penguins eat mammoth, but they probably do. They generally eat fish, but he'll have a go. He's an extra planar penguin after all.
I think he's awesome. I just love him to bits.
Oh, Corin's found his new best mate.
Especially dipped in mayonnaise.
Ask him if he's any good at pulling pints.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Like, it was going through my mind, I'd look Ace in the pub, and he'd be safe with us. We'd look after him. He'd have somewhere to live.
You can see behind Scriven Scry is the small library cart that Kingsport was pushing along, containing a few books.
What?
I'll walk over and peruse those books.
Mhm.
Carefully, says Scriven Scry and Kingsport here. We've spent a while looking for those. It looks like there are 6 books on the cart, and each one appears to be some kind of treatise on the outer planes. Well,
Yeah. I'll have a quick look at what sort of planes their treatise is on.
outer ones.
Right, just a very general sort of...
A general treatise on the different outer planes, yeah. Outer planes and how to contact them, how to speak to creatures from them, where they are, where they're not, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What one appears to be the most important to him out of them? I'll watch him when I'm looking at the books. Is there any of them make him flinch when I mess about
No,
with it?
none of them seem to make him flinch. He just seems a little concerned. He says, as Scriven Scry is an extra planar being, those might come in handy. I would ask that you be careful with them. There's plenty of other books here to go around.
Seen anything good?
Not yet. Like I said, I would appreciate if you would help me find any books of keeping that may be here.
I'm very willing to have a look. The only thing is, world is ending, so we'll have to be quite quick.
Well, if this world is ended, then of course Scriven Scry and Kingsport will head out before that happens. And, there are many other worlds, many other planes. But it would be nice to check as many of these books as possible if I could.
I'm going to wander off and see if I can find a section on diseases along the lines of the affliction that we're all suffering.
Oh, that's a point. Could I, quietly ask Kingsport if he's seen any books, sort of medical books, diseases, anything like that?
He kind of shrugs his penguin shoulders. You're at the librarian's desk, so it will list the different categories of books.
Then I was going to say look him right in the eye, but that's going to be kind of difficult.
As he hasn't got any.
Yeah, and look him right in the face, right in the end of the beak, and try and have me back to Scriven Scry when I do it, and go, oh, really? Would you show me where they are? And pointed look.
He looks round at Scriven Scry, sort of narrows his eyes and give me a persuasion roll. He says,
it's good.
Well, I guess that will be okay. Watch out for Kingsport. He can get in the way somewhat. Kingsport, show this man where the books were and return promptly, please. But Kingsport waddles off over here, sort of between these shelves here.
Good, I shall follow him. And so hopefully, once I can get him away from Scriven Scry, I might be able to have a very quiet, whispered conversation. If we try and get him away from Scriven Scry, does that mean that we maybe have to hurt Scriven Scry to do it? In which case, will Scriven Scry object?
He shrugs his shoulders. He doesn't seem to be able to talk back, but he can understand you.
Right, well, in that case, I shall whisper to him that we will help him in any way we can.
He gives you a flipper up. No thumbs,
I
you
was
say.
about to say up where, but I thought...
Right, Isha, what were you about to say?
I asked Scriven Scry if he's seen anybody else mooching around, because we've seen creatures that are attacking, any living thing that's moving and killing them. So obviously, we wouldn't want anything to happen to him.
No, I thought you were librarians. There was absolutely nobody and nothing in this place.
Everybody's dead.
So you've searched the whole place, have you?
No, I haven't searched the whole place. If the world is coming to an end, I guess that we're all in a time limit.
Well, I'll start having a rake around for the books on the outer planes that he was looking for.
Okay.
I'm going to have a look to see if there's, restricted section, or, a section which normally isn't open to the public.
You head off, Earl, by yourself and start randomly searching through books. And quite quickly, you find the personal journal written by Thufus, one of the few mages who survived Yithrin's crash. And it describes how the city fell and the attempt its doomed survivors made to escape. The last entry reads, Iriel Arthas is convinced that aid will come in time from Netheril. I am not so sure.
You was right.
Lantesh, Isha, Ben?
Well,
Someone
I should
head
go
off
to
into
the
the library.
librarian's desk, and there should be a directory of books, shouldn't there? And look for books of the title Keeper.
Okay, so you search through those, but you don't find any of the specific books because they're written in Draconic, which might be a bit of a downer. Well, Laros, it's written in Laros, but it's derived from Draconic.
I'll ask Scrimshiver if he can write out the titles of the books and I can check them through.
Well, certainly. He writes them down for you.
I'll start checking the librarian's.
So you search those.
Yep.
Lantesh?
Have a look at the listing to see which section, according to the librarian's desk, is on diseases and plagues and, and stuff like that.
Okay, so you head off to the medical section.
Yeah.
It's up towards the back there. Leaving Isha, what would you like to do?
I want to have a look to see if there's any listings for restricted or books which aren't generally allowed out.
Again, I don't think you can speak Draconic.
Right, okay.
Tracy's can with her staff, and Earl can speak it natively, but I don't believe anybody.
Okay, then in that case, I will go after Sanwin.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we're not, just mooch around so within eye view, just so we're not spread out alone.
Someone, Isha comes over there next to one of the reading tables.
Hey up.
Yeah.
I'm perusing.
I got it.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, that's nice.
Can I try and lead Kingsport over to where Lantesh is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you head off across the library, Kingsport waddling behind you.
I like Kingsport.
He seems canny.
I mean, anybody who looks like that is just, got to be a banging bloke.
So is it more weird than the brain in the jar?
It's cuter than the brain in the jar.
Now it surprises me now.
Aye.
I'm trying to see if I can find a book to try and see if we can find a possible cure to our affliction.
Oh, that's a
And
good
this
plan.
seems to be the medical section.
Yeah, so you're having to use your comprehend languages. You search for a while, maybe half an hour or so, searching through the books, but you don't find anything that references the affliction that you're currently suffering from.
Right, okay.
The only thing that worries me, Lantesh, is was this affliction caused by whatever Ariel Arthurs did, and has it happened since most of the people here died and stopped writing books?
Sadly, Earl is the one that has the journal, but there was no mention of any disease in the journal, Earl, and that was after some of the last survivors of Yithrin after the city fell.
I'm beginning to wonder because the necromancer, I can't remember his name now.
The head guy.
Aye. He hasn't suffered from it, but if you think of it, we're the ones. I'm beginning to now wonder if the place where they were doing all the experimentation on people had something airborne in there that they'd injected, or it maybe something that were touched in there that we've picked up from there. I mean, what's the chances?
You're right, we didn't get sick till we went in there.
Wait a minute. This place they're all super important. Is there a biography of the necromancer dude?
No, there's no specific biography. You do find a tome that describes them in general. It's kind of, when an unofficial biography is written.
Yeah.
So it's kind of conjecture. What kind of information were you trying to find out? And I'll tell you what sort of...
Was he all right, or was he a bit of a twat?
It seems to be written a little in the propaganda way that all of them do. Every time they mention Ariel Arthurs, it seems to be written that they were all students of him, they worship the ground he walks on, that kind of thing. Ariel Arthurs can do no wrong. But in general, it doesn't have a really bad word to say about any of the 8 heads of magic.
Yeah, got a bad feeling about this. Right, I'm going to search the library for the books that lad wants. I've got a plan. We can barter them for the freedom of his penguin.
It's going to take a couple of hours for you to have a good search through. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll do it, but that's as much as we're doing.
You find a book that contains the last 10 years winning team lists for Chain Lightning and also has a summary of the rules, but sadly you don't need that anymore.
Smash people in the face with Paul. Win.
You get 3 pieces of Yithrin general law.
You know that thing we heard that was said, aid will come in time from Nethril? Did it say aid will come in time, comma, from Nethril?
Yes.
Ah, right, got you.
You discovered some books that were of interest, perhaps? Tracy wants all of the books and is trying to work out if she can fit the whole library in her bag of holding. But sadly, there's no mention of the books that Scriven Scry is looking for, and he's searching near the front.
We need to find a way of getting Kingsport away from him, because I would prefer to do this without killing him, but now I've replenished my arrows, I'm game if he is.
So there's nothing about these books in the directory of books?
No,
The library?
they are not there.
Well, it looks like they're not in the library. I say to Scriven Shaw, because it doesn't seem to be in the directory of books.
Hmm.
Oh, there is some over in. There's a tower where if you go through a door, there's a load of books.
Oh, yeah, those.
Yeah.
Aye.
Should we show him?
What, the Tower of Allen?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you walk them across? Because I'm sure I can say, like, another librarian's desk. Me and Kingsport will just go and have a quick check of that, and then we'll follow you over.
Right. We'll meet you back.
He says, no,
You couldn't
I
find the books
think
there.
not. If Scrivenshaw is going over to check this tower, then Kingsport shall accompany me, for who will carry all of my books. Kingsport,
That's a
come.
good idea. Come with Kingsport, and I'll send a message to Kingsport and say just stick with us.
Okay.
Right. And we'll head over to the Tower of Allen.
So you head back to the tower.
If this works, it's going to be perfect.
Conjuration.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We found a ton of books in that room there. There was just too many to carry, so I'm assuming that the books that were taken out of the library and just never returned.
I'll message Lantesh and say, you do know if we lock him in the room, he's just going to let Alan out, right?
And that's his problem.
Okay, yeah.
Because you guarantee Alan is going to want to chew him into very small pieces.
Okay, so you head back into the tower, and he says, there's books in here. Are you sure?
Yeah.
He says, right, okay. Yes, I can see it now. There's a...
And I'm going to make
yeah,
sure...
there's an extra planar gateway in this doorway. It looks like a dimension door to a further up room.
Yeah, it's a study.
That's where the books are. And I want to try and make sure that I'm between him and Kingsport. So, like, Kingsport's behind me.
Okay.
I'll say to
make
Corin,
a
grab
deception roll then, as you're trying to surreptitiously...
I'm not
Go on.
very good at this. In fact, I'm shit at it, but never mind.
Go on. Oh!
Wow.
Wow! Oh, I could kiss you, Corin.
So you surreptitiously sidle between Kingsport.
Pucker up, Lantesh.
Nicely done. I'm really impressed.
And he activates the door and says, comes with me, Kingsport, and steps through the door and vanishes.
Right, grab Kingsport's flipper and drag him back.
I shall throw my arm around Kingsport's neck and go, right, that's him dealt with, and we didn't have to hurt him. Now, do you want to come with us?
He nods his head.
Right, so we'll leg it.
Yeah, let's leg it.
Legging it, you run back out of the tower after apparently trapping Scriven Scry in the tower. And then
yeah, I knew there was a use for that.
Yep, and we run away. Exactly. Back to the library.
Well, tower divination?
Aye, yes.
Kingsport looks kind of worried.
Oh, and Kingsport, nobody will ever beat you again, and you will never have to carry another book for another person. The only stuff you'll have to carry now will be your own stuff, and will protect you.
Can I have some arcane rolls from the casters? A 22, Earl, with a +1. Hurrah! You did mention that he planar travelled here?
Well, he's probably going to show up again at some point.
We'll deal with him when he turns up.
He's probably going to be really annoyed.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was the choice? We either ambush him and butcher him in the library.
Or we save the world and don't care about the penguin.
Yeah, or if he does turn up again and he's angry, we go, where did you go? That didn't happen when we were in that tower. You went through that door and we were right behind you. Well, you know I was right behind you because Kingsport was right behind me trying to push through.
And you just wouldn't lie to you.
Exactly, and you've just disappeared.
Hey, Corin, if you go another 20 like that, you'll believe anything.
And then the tower shouted, I also went, get out.
And there was just this wall and we couldn't get to you. Really sorry, mate.
So we've decided to go back to the library of try and find some books to get you back out.
And if you believe that, you'll believe bloody anything.
You'll believe bloody anything. Right, okay.
But
For now, let's just delete Skiver and Scry and we'll add Kingsport as Andy's familiar
sidekick.
Andy seems quite like Kingsport. Apparently, having dealt with the library, where now?
Tower divination for our last clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, let's hit the arboretum while we're here. We need to get a bit of wood.
Oh yeah, the twig.
Yes,
Twigs.
good point.
We should have gone back to the library and checked out that funky looking book in the room.
Oh, did check that out. It was a Dance and Ice display.
Just out of curiosity, casters, is there any way, without hurting them, to make Kingsport harder for Scriv and Scry to find again?
Yeah. Liquidite. Oh, right.
Without hurting him?
Ah, well, I thought you meant without hurting me. No, don't know.
Yeah, you can sit inside of Lehman's tiny hut, whilst would do whatever, not be seen, can't be detected, and such like. Other than that, I have no other means on my person.
Yeah, you throw a layman's tiny hut up somewhere for him.
And then we can come back for him if you want.
Well, it's up to him. If he wants to stay with us, he can stay with us.
So you approach the arboretum. A canopy of golden leaves crowns the trees inside a sunken basin. The trees grow in stark contrast to their bleak surroundings, their branches swaying even though the air is deathly still. Approach the edge. Directly in the centre is a gigantic gnarled oak tree.
I'll have a walk up to it.
I'll follow him very closely.
I'll say,
I'll go
in
with
Elven,
him.
I'll say, hello.
Nothing happens, but you notice a gnarled face. Looks like it's grown into the surface of the tree.
I'll look at the face and go, hello, in Elven again. We were talking to the young Ukama.
As you continue to shout, its eyes snap open and regard you with an awful, baleful glare.
Hello. I was wondering if you don't mind if we disturb you, but we need a little bit of help. We're friends of Ukama. World's ending, so we thought maybe...
The world ends? Good.
That's not a very positive way to think about things. Ending's the end of a cycle, aren't you all about cyclic life?
As it slowly stretches its huge branches resembling arms.
I was wondering, would you mind if we just picked up a dead twig and left
There
you
are
in peace?
no twigs lying on the floor.
I need something to make a wand out of to stop the world ending.
The masters did take parts of me for wands, but what do you wish to use it for?
I need to create a wand to open this great tower, to go inside and stop the world ending.
That sounds like a terribly boring and good purpose. And as it says this, there's a loud creaking noise as it flexes its trunk, apparently starting to pull its roots free.
Now, I understand this is probably something you're not used to, people asking you nicely for things, as opposed to, demanding, because people look at you and think, oh, it's a tree, where we see an intrinsic part of the wave-like fabric of the world. As I'm talking, I'm going to start walking backwards.
You realise that the tree is getting angrier and angrier.
Sandman, you might want to ask him how the masters took bits of him.
Oh, that's a good point. How did the master take pieces of you?
Like this. As it uproots itself. And can I have some initiative, please?
Oh, by all means.
I'm going to look at him and say, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
No, I really wouldn't.
It looks as if it's half mad. Its bark has turned black with age.
It could be worse than its bite.
certainly is worse than its bite.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Round 1, Nether Oak goes first.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. Are we going to have to deal with this, Sanwin?
Yes. Remember, we need a piece, so I'll need to hold fire till we have a piece.
Right.
It looms forward at you, Salmon, and slams into you with its various branches.
It's the Whomping Willow. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
I'll want
He
this
says, I am
thing.
similar to and yet legally distinct from any willows that may be mentioned in film or literature.
I thought you might be, mate. I thought you might be.
First one hits, the 16 bludgeoning damage. The second one automatically misses. Lantesh, you are up next.
This is classed as a monster, yeah?
Don't get too close to it yet.
No.
Could be a construct or something, or an elemental.
Still very flammable.
And as it beats upon Earl,
Are you skin
bushes scream to life and leap out at you, made of sticks and spikes.
Right. I'm
Hot.
going to lightning bolt him. He's not going to beat on my mate.
Fails, roll your damage. It says as you blast it with a lightning bolt.
Well, it's still in a good state to get
Twigs
some crits off
splinter,
that one.
bark shoots off. Are you finished your turn? Are you moving?
I'm moving back to the...
Next is a small spiky creature that leaps out and runs towards you two. It gets next to Asia and then it claws at you with its weird, creepy small branch hands. Made all the more creepy because they're so tiny and creepy.
Can you deal with it for a round,
Of
Asia?
course. Yep, no worries.
Thank you.
Which it misses. Sanwan, do you still wish to move?
Ooh. No, can you cancel that movement? I'm going to do something really stupid.
Are you fireballing again?
Twin spell haste on Corin and Ben.
Excellent.
Okay.
I just need to press lots of buttons. Hang on a sec.
I'm going to ask, does haste do anything regarding
Yes.
like casting spells and stuff?
No, but it does an awful lot, and you get an extra shot with your bow. You get an extra action, basically.
Excellent. Tart.
There you go. Be
Excellent.
fast, my boys. But he has to be dead, because when he hits us, I'll fall over.
Ben, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Choppy, choppy. Can I sing the chopping song?
Yeah. Tree Chopper's song.
Yeah.
Right, I shall rage.
Okay. I'm so angry. Urgh.
I shall do distract and attack on it as well.
Yeah, so you hit. Oh, he chops into the tree. It looks wounded. And your third attack also misses. Is that your turn?
Aye.
Needle Blight is going to run up next to Chrissy there and start clawing at you.
Can I shout out, oh, just think all the ones are going to get out of this, lads.
And misses.
Just antagonise it.
Corin, it is your turn.
Right.
You're kind of there. You and Ish are on top of each other. I'm
Yeah.
not judging, just saying.
I know. He walked right under me. I'm saying no neither. Right. Well, I've got him targeted, so I shall roll his save.
He succeeds.
Right. That was me conjure barrage, which was better than a port the eye with a plastic duck, I suppose. Right. Ordinary arrows.
It hits.
Second one. Do I get another shot with being hasted?
You do, but I think it's just the one. Oh,
How did that drop a 20?
I know.
sucks. Are you moving?
Yes. Now, I'm not in melee with any of these beasties, am I?
You
there
move
they are.
out of the way.
Yeah.
And your turn, and it's
that's mate.
runs at you and claws at you, which bounces off your mage armor. Needleblight comes up behind Salmon and claws at you. The little buggers there.
I know.
Hurrah, something actually hits. You take piercing damage as little twigs stick into you. It's like really hurting. Isha, your turn.
Right, the first thing I do as a bonus action is cast Spiritual Weapon,
Okie dokie.
and then I hit Needle Blight 4 with my big axe. God damn it.
You've missed every time you need to hit with it.
I know.
That's your turn.
It is.
It's Ed's turn. Unless you tell him otherwise, he'll attack that needle blight, Tracy.
Yeah, get him to attack the one that's on me.
He runs over and just batters it. 1, 2, 2 hits. He smashes it into splinters.
Awesome.
End of turn. The nether orc cries out something else. 2 of the trees behind you tear themselves out of the ground as it cries out for aid in its language. And that is its turn. Lantesh, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door and to get to Sanwin, and then I'm just not going to see where I want to be. Can I just drag myself to where I want to be on the map, and that's where Sanwin will end up with it? Right, okay. To about there, just so that we're near the side that's got the most on.
So you bump through, grab hold of Sandwin's collar and drag him through the dimensions.
Just so he's out of melee.
Okay. Anything
That's my
else?
goal. No, that's my goal.
Okay. Needle Blight 3. Attacking Asia. Missing Salmon. You have been bumped across the map. You see
I like being bumped.
2 of these large trees have sprung to life.
Big trees, you say?
Big trees, big feckin' trees.
Okay, bitches, let's do this.
I know I had to think of a point on the map where you could get active action on them without hitting any of us lot.
I'm not sure the scale of this, so throwing a fireball's probably unwise. So I'm going to throw a fireball.
Excellent shot. Basically, you can tell what the skill is because your tokens are scaled to a 5-foot square.
Yeah, I'm going to guesstimate a fireball, so I apologise to everyone ahead of time, but this is all going to go horribly wrong. I've targeted the 3 that I'm going to try to hit with the fireball.
Throw that fireball, son. Throw it. I like to say fireball's a go-go.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
Oh, you get Ben as well, so please target Ben.
My apologies.
Oopsie! Fireball time!
Stop, drop, and roll.
It's not the first, it won't be the last.
Roll those saves.
I know, I'm just up. I upped the level though, so it's going to be big.
Oh, shit. At least Dave gets half.
Boom, motherfucker!
Boom, motherfucker. One of the twig blight just instantly explodes in flame. The other 2 start burning, so now you've got burning angry trees coming at you. And poor Ben, your bead catches fire.
I'll be like, sorry, Ben!
Right. Are you moving now that you've set fire to Ben's beard?
Yeah, I think it would be wise for me to do GTFO.
To run the fuck away from Ben more than anything else.
Yeah. I'm just backing up a little bit.
Dave patting his beard
All
out.
done.
Trent 1, Trent 1, Trent 1. Comes looming over to you.
Oh no.
Bracy.
Fine.
Targets you and lashes you. How many multi-attacks does it get? 2 slam attacks. First one hits. Second one hits. It slams into you twice. Your nose bursts and blood runs down your face. You can take it. I'm going to send you a secret roll. You taste blood in your mouth and you vow to get your revenge on it. The Trent steps towards Ben, easily reaching him, and then begins to beat upon you, Dave. And it's on fire. So, yeah, take that. Flanking hits.
Oh, I would disengage if I was you.
Well, with haste, disengaging is easy because it doesn't use up all your actions. It just uses an action to disengage, so it's still got all his attacks.
2 branches slam into Ben, and he is wounded, and his beard is on fire. And it's your turn, Ben.
So I can disengage and still attack, though.
Use your attacks as usual, but use your hasted action to disengage, if that's any help.
All right, then. Well, I'll do another distracting strike.
Okay.
When I can...
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Dave.
Oh!
But you slash it with a big old hit. It's heavily injured now.
Oh! Davey's on a roll.
Literally.
Now, when he's done, if he can get himself out of there.
You disengage and you can move up to your movement, which is doubled for haste?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I'll look it up, hang on.
Yeah, so you can move like 60 feet or something, Dave. As the branches whip around you, you duck, dive, duck, dip, and duck.
Yeah, I moved to there.
Yeah, it's double. Holy shit, and plus 2 to his AC.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you can dodge a flaming tree hunting, dodge a wrench.
Damn straight.
How far is Dave away from the nether orc?
15 feet.
Good man, good man. Right, this probably won't work, but I'm going to try it anyway.
It is not your turn yet.
No, but when it is my turn.
It's more of these beasties clawing at Aisha.
Yes.
Crates.
Oh, shit.
You're fine. Corin, it is your turn.
Right. Never done this before. Please bear with. I'm going to cast a spell as a bonus action.
Okay.
It's called Lightning Arrow, so I've got to make a weapon attack, which I shall do at my main target, which is going to be that big bastard over there. So I'll do that first. Right. And then that's his damage for that. Right. I need to roll his save. Thank you.
And then you do the 48 lightning damage.
Yeah. It gets better than that, because that treant is within 10 feet of him. I need to roll his save as well, and he gets 2d8 halved. Because I'm hasted, how many more arrow shots have I got?
One.
Right. Well, he can have me last arrow because I'm nice like that.
Critical.
Oh, hello.
Another 8 damage.
Yeah. And me last one.
Bugger, he says.
I'll have that though. Right, that's me.
Aisha.
Great. I will use my bonus action to get the hammer to attack Needle Blight 3.
Okay. Yeah, well, that hits. Doing 7 force damage.
And then I will hit the treant with my axe.
Oh, it hits. It feels so good when you hit with that axe. 8 damage. Nice. It's Ed's turn. Doesn't
I'm
have a
going to get him
specific target.
to engage that other treant.
Pounding at the treant, he crits with a second fist. Bits of bark fly everywhere. New
Nice go.
turn. The nether oak bends down, tears an enormous rock out of the ground, and throws it at Corin, who has been casting lightning arrow at him.
That's just not nice, that.
It hits.
This is going to hurt. It does.
It does. Corin goes down and has an eye injury.
Ouch.
Right.
But it's okay. It's a Haley one. You haven't lost your eye.
Oh, you
When you get your hit points back to full, or you take a long rest, you get it back.
That's if we're still here after.
Oh, hang on.
Lantesh. It only gets to throw 1 rock a turn, however.
Well, that just wasn't nice. I did not enjoy that.
Pissing through spells like crazy, but I'm going to hit that other needle blight with a firebolt that's on Aisha.
Okay. Critical. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it bursts into flames and immediately dies.
And I'm going to step back to the...
Okay. Needle Blight attacking Aisha. Claws again. Automatic miss. Salmon.
Bye-bye, boys.
I can see lots of targeting going on.
Well, you know what has to be done.
Gosh.
Salmon casts all of the spells. I'm afraid I thought you might have heard me say I cast some of the spells. And what I actually said was...
I cast all of the
I cast
spells.
all of the spells.
Now, you would think I would scream fireball and cast a fireball, but I'm not. I'm going to cast twin spell and scorch and ray the bitches. Level 3, so that'll be 4. 2 at this one.
Nice. Trent dies. Netherrock bursts into flames.
Still got 2 left. I'll give them 1 each.
Yeah, the Netherrock bursts into flames. That one that you needed the wood from.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Quick
piss
chop
off.
a bit off.
Well, I probably knocked bits off him when I was attacking him with Max.
That's what I was hoping.
Right. Not quite dead, but nearly. Are you moving?
Nope. Oh, yes, I'll step over to Corin.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do until my turn. So...
Is that right?
Damn it, it misses you twice, Aisha. Burn.
I'll
Ben
go whack whack on him.
Goes whack, 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 because you're still hasted. 3 cuts. Oh, of which 1 hits. And it goes down and it's dead. Corin makes a death saving throw. Aisha.
Right. I instantly turn around and cast Spare the Dying on Corin.
Okay, so apply the effect because then it'll stop making thingy. So you run over and you touch him and
Inappropriately, as per usual.
Cast Spare the Dying, so he can't die, but he's still unconscious.
Go over and grab as many broken branches of this burning.
Yeah, Dave gets his
planks.
axe and starts chopping off branches of the nether oak. I mean, they're a bit singed, but you can grab as many as you can. But it did get quite burned up with the fireball and the scorching rays and things.
If it was a one that I'm going to use, it has to be a bit scorched.
So you chop off some of the heartwood, some of the branches, grab as much as you can. The arboretum lies in flames.
I like the rolly.
Earl like to roll you up. But as we bring tonight's glorious amount of carnage to bear, are you wishing to camp or are you just going to leave it?
No, we'll leave it. I'll turn around to Ben and go, "You all right? Sorry about that, old man."
But can't
It's not the first fireball I've been hit with. I got 4 a while ago.
because me and Corin's going to be gone.
Yep, we can't camp. We can't wait. We need to save the world.
Right, so grabbing as much of the nether wood as you could possibly do, you decide to push on towards the last tower next time.
Do we have enough diamonds to cast Greater Restoration on them?
You have diamonds, I believe. You don't have diamond dust.
Can we not just crush it on the anvil?
Yes.
Slight problem though. I ain't got Greater Restoration memmed.
Can you not mem it with a short rest? No? Or is that just mages?
No, it's just a long rest.
Alright.
So that's a problem. I notice you've got 1 5th level spell memory, so you can mem more than that, you know, if you swap your spells around, but it will take a long rest. Well, we're done now. So as the night draws in, pack your stuff up, maybe do a little hailing later and head off to the Tower of Divination.
Mm-hmm.